Jails are used by local jurisdictions and cities and counties to house prisoners for a short period of time. First and foremost, you need to be respectful and obey all rules and regulations. We have specific rules and regulations outlined, and they are provided to the inmates.
The biggest thing in prison or jail is just disrespect. If you disrespect anybody, it could be over a piece of bread or a wrong look or the wrong word. And then that could be it. That could lead to a fight, a stabbing, murder, you never know. If you're not in line and you mouth off to the sheriffs or guards, they'll make you pay for it, you know? There's a code of conduct that you have to conduct yourself with while you're in jail. Anything, any little infraction, they could always add more days. So while you're in there, it's best to be like on your best behavior.
Things while in custody inmates should not do: no gambling, no goofing around with inmates. Those can be misconstrued as fights and can cause fights. They need to abide by all the rules, regulations, and laws. Just like the same laws in the streets, those laws still apply within the prison system or the jail system. They need to listen to the deputies or the officers' orders, and as long as they do that, they'll do very well.
In jail, it's a whole nother society, you know, it's like a whole nother living system. They have their own rules, their own regulations. Everybody's separated into races. And the blacks run with the blacks. The Mexicans run with the Hispanics. Everybody's kind of hanging around with their own people or their own kind.
First day I stepped in prison, I seen a maintenance guy stab an inmate with a screwdriver through the ear. This was my first day in prison, so I was like, you know, it kind of startled me for a minute, but I was like, okay, this is real life. So, you know, I just had to be particular about, you know, the people that I dealt with.
And so once you get there, you're just in a unit with about 80, 90 people you don't know. And just from there, you just gotta try to figure out life behind bars and figure out how the system works, because most people, they won't tell you like what to do. They'll just wait for you to learn on your own.
I would suggest that if anybody would want to visit an inmate in custody, that they call or they check the internet and locate the inmate and find out the visiting hours. Each facility has different visiting hours and times. Anybody can come visit. They have to have proper identification. The inmates are entitled to an hour of visits a week in 7 days. So if you're a general population inmate, you have the possibility of 4 15-minute visits. If you were a high-power inmate, you're entitled to 2 visits at a half an hour each. However, that only applies to Men's Central Jail. Most facilities, you have to be an adult to come visit. It's usually up to 3 people can visit at a time. If you can bring minors, but they have to be accompanied by a responsible adult. 3 people that are not allowed to come visit are ex-state prisoners, people on formal probation, and if you have wants or warrants for your arrest, of course.